It works now. I don't know if it works or not. I really hope it does. Let me see. Like, the weird thing is... Oh, it works now. It works now on YouTube. It works now. Okay, weird. I don't know why it didn't work before, but it works now. Yay! There we go. It works on YouTube. It works on Twitch. Well, it always worked on Twitch, but YouTube was iffy. For some reason, it wasn't working. But it's okay. Now it works. Okay, anyways. Let's just get started. We already know what we're doing. Yes, that was definitely weird. Very weird. No idea why it didn't work. No idea why. It just was. Just was weird. Anyways, I'm doing okay. Doing okay. Kind of tired. I'm eating right now, so I'm going to be eating while we're playing the game, which will be kind of weird because I need to read the dialogue. So we're gonna go slow today. We're gonna go real slow because I'm gonna be chewing. And I don't want to read while I'm chewing. You know, that's weird. So my model's gonna look like it's talking or something, but that's just me chewing. If you see my model moving its mouth and no words are coming out, that's because I'm chewing. Hold on. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Let's pause this background music. Background music. Pause. Game. You guys can see. Let us continue the game. It is October 19th, 9:42 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. It's really delayed on YouTube. Well, I don't know. YouTube, for some reason, there seems to be like a connection thing or like a connection problem that made it not work on YouTube but work on Twitch. And I guess that's why it's probably more delayed on YouTube. Honestly, the delay would be less if I wasn't using Restream. But because I'm using Restream, there's automatically at least like a 10-second delay. No joke. The only other option is for me to just choose one platform and just stream on one platform so that there's no delay. Or I buy a subscription to Restream to decrease the delay. But I don't want to buy a subscription. Unless I'm ballin' and I make money. But I'm not ballin'. So, you know, we're just gonna use the free... What's it? We're like at the... We're not premium. We're just free. You know? Anyways. I have to go hard on this case? What did I miss in the conversation here? I just clipped. I wasn't reading. I just kept clicking A. Well, I mean, I read in my head. I just wasn't reading out loud. Uh-oh. She looks even unhappier. Pheonix. Your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. Whoop. This is no time for dead people jokes. Please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Pheonix. Today. It's that, or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. Yes, it will, because I'm the one behind Pheonix. I'm just joking. Sorry, too confident, too much pride. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. We say we're ready, but inside, we're not. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it'll be that producer. The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. So, why did they decide to name him Salmonella? Because he's bacteria? Because he's kind of disgusting? He'll give you food poisoning? Is that the pun? Are we calling the director bacteria? Will the witness state his name and profession? Oh my gosh, the way he talks too! Why do they have to use zeros instead of O's? And then instead of you is you. How rude can you get? You don't know me. I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai, noob. Ruffle. Oh, the way he talks. Salmonella. I'm a director. Television. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Pheonix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. Alright, what does Salmonella say? I was at the studios from around 9 o'clock that morning. I can't do it. I'm trying so hard to do his voice. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run through. Heavy breathing. It took a lot more than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. Watch me, I'm going to perfect that voice one day. Someone that's heavy breathing, kind of disgusting, sweaty, you know? Slobbery. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, I don't know. I'm just gonna start off by pressing all his statements. Oh no, I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. Still, FWIW, I was pretty busy all that day. FYI? It's not FYI, it's FWIW. What does that mean? Foo. What's FWIW? For withholding information, no, I don't know. Tell us more about that. What is FWIW? During the morning, you were doing an action scene run-through. In the employee area? That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh yeah. Oh, that's what it means, for what it's worth. Man, I don't know my acronyms. That security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. LOL. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope. Just us four. $2:30. Dragon leg at 2. Murder weapon. Sleeping pills. Crime scene 2:15. Okay. Why did it go on so long? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this. But WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Oh right, thus the limp. Which of course led to me missing my lunch, ROFS. What's ROFS? Rolling on the floor starving? What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak. The assistant cooked some up. Do you have to make that face? Manila, why? Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them. But I had a meeting, okay? So, in the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough. Pheonix, yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? were plates at Studio 2, so someone must have ate? But it wasn't him? Mr. Manila, just now you said steak at least. So you ate something other than steak? Yeah, good call. I had some chocolate in my pocket, which I used to stave off starvation. I see. Is that all? I was sure I was onto something there. Think the pictures? Look up pictures of Studio 2. I don't have... The only pictures I have are these things. What were you discussing? The Steel Samurai story in our budget. Get this. The sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manila, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it? Actually, I kind of can. So, nobody left the table during the whole meeting? During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. You didn't take a single break? Well... yeah, not one. Oh, you're obviously lying, man. I know you always sweat, but you look sweatier right now. You're especially sweatier right now. What's he sweating so much about? I wonder. Only I had an idea. I'll wait for one to come up and hit him with it later. Pheonix, if his alibi holds, Powers is finished. Press him as hard as you can and find out where he's lying. Right. Bing, boom, boom, boom. Bing, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. No, Mia did not always look like that. That's not actually Mia. That's Maya's body. What do you want? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates. The same kind of plates as the one in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? No! Good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat, after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it? We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. Check the pictures of Studio 2, but, like, what pictures? I don't have pictures of Studio 2. I have the map. And then I have the photo album, which we can't open yet. We can't open the photo album. And then we have the bonky head and pills. And then samurai spear. Oh, look up the pictures of Studio 2. Hold on. Wait, but he clearly said... Wait, he didn't add it to his testimony? But there was a break. Well, yeah, not a 1. What's he sweating so much about? I wonder. If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Wait a second. Mr. Manila, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break? Oops. ROFL. Well? Mr. Manila, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Pheonix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please. Ah! Hold on, I'm gonna grab a bite of my food. Ha! What does Edward? Okay. What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or until 2:45. 2:30? That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. Oh, I feel like Edgeworth knows what we're thinking. Eating my T-bone steak. What else? There were 2 plates on that table. Oh, right. The other one was D. Visquez plate. D. Visquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes. That's quite a feat. Why is that?
Objection!
Why are you objecting? Why? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. How can you be so sure? It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. I'm gonna munch, so I'm gonna stop reading. Think about it before you give your answer. Huh? Let's see. 2 o'clock. 2:30 death. 15-minute break. Sleeping pills. I mean, couldn't people be drugged? Block the path to the scene between 2:15 and 4. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? No, not from the trailer. It's not possible. 2:15. I mean 2:30, but this photo happened at 2, so it couldn't have been someone from the trailer. I feel like you know what I feel like? I feel like they're just covering for somebody. They're totally covering for this person. The studio's covering it up, guys. It's a conspiracy, everybody. It's a conspiracy. The studio is covering it up. Why does the studio want to cover it up? I do not know. Why did the studio want to kill Hammer? I do not know. Or maybe the studio didn't want to kill Hammer, but somebody from the studio wanted to kill Hammer. Aha. It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkey had barred the way. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the mascot studio head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manila from the stand. What? It's over? No way. Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. They're gonna bring in the little boy! (11:04 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Pheonix. I guess I was wrong. Mia! Don't tell me. You're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Hello, Raiden. Welcome back. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that. But I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you're innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us. And be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. Thanks. Okay, Pheonix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. For the kids! Samurai of Justice! District Court, Courtroom Number 4. Court is back in session for the trials of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern, as our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Cody! Oh, Cody. You're kind of small. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness! What? Just because you're all grown up, don't mean you can push me around. Cody? Answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness? Cody? He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present. You were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident? You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Oh. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I bring it with me wherever I go. Pheonix. I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You'd better make a note of it in the court record. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. What did you see, Cody? What did you see? I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal, just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods, off the path, so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way, though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell ya. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. Okay, kid. Uh-huh. Okay.
Hold it!
Off the path? Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? Anyhow. Yes?
Hold it!
You got lost in the woods? Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, was I relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next?
Hold it! Hold it!
A guy. A person. Kinda tall. Skinny. Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know. He was kinda far away. Huh. He's being awfully vague. Why are you being so vague? Not sure it was a guy?
Hold it!
What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, he kinda didn't move. Not a bit. Like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor. Yeah, I suppose he was.
Hold it!
Didn't have your camera with you. You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? Why do I feel like you're lying to me, kid? Remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say. You definitely had your camera. Why would you go to the studio without your camera when you were trying to go see a rehearsal? You always carry it.
Objection!
Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh, was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. Exactly. You wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios when you specifically went to the studios to watch a rehearsal? You did bring it, didn't you?
Objection!
Mr. Wright? How cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Oh, you're throwing daggers at Edgeworth? Well, Cody? Throwing shots? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that? So you did have a camera? Hello, Gabrielle! And did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. I'm gonna grab another bite. Hold on. Hold on. Ah! What'd he say? Mm-hmm.
Hold it!
So you did have a camera. So why didn't you use it?
Objection!
He's getting to that. Okay. I'm sorry for being like so premature though. I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing.
Hold it!
So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once? No? Okay then, tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that.
Hold it!
So the bad guy attacked him first? Yeah. What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. Kid, you're shady. You're so shady.
Hold it!
Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap. Something like that. He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah? So what? Yet, you missed the most important part.
Objection!
He was stabbed. He was stabbed.
Objection!
You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight, but you missed the most important part. The killing blow. Order! Mr. Wright? How could this be? Can you explain how you might have missed something so vital? Well, that's the thing. Pheonix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer? We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Okay, there's only two things. I feel like he was watching the rehearsal. Maybe he didn't actually watch the fight, like this fight, the murder fight, but he was watching. Or did this fall down and block? No. Wait, was he inside the studio? I don't really get it. He said he walked out and somebody else walked in. Why couldn't he watch it? Well, I'm just gonna say you couldn't watch it then. I don't really understand his, like, tale of the story, you know? Like, were you in the studio or were you outside of the studio? Did he get inside Studio 1? Because he said somebody walked in, then someone walked out, but then the guy died in Studio 1. I just don't get it. Were they fighting outside Studio One, and then they eventually went into Studio One and then finished the fight? Was he outside of Studio One or was he inside Studio One? That doesn't make any sense to me. He said somebody walked out. He got distracted trying to use his camera. So then he was watching something else. He was watching his camera. I'm just joking. He couldn't watch it because he was filming with his camera. But I just don't understand his description of the event. Like, what the heck? They walked out. Then they walked. Okay, the samurai guy was walking towards the Studio One, and the bad guy walked out. So that means they were fighting outside? Oh, whoops.
Objection!
Just a moment, please. One thing has become quite clear. Blah, 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 blah. The more real the fight, the more he would have watched. He missed the climax of the fight because he was looking at something else, probably. Probably. Something else? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai fight? What do you claim he was looking at? Oh, is that why the body had no blood? Please refrain from making baseless claims. Yes, sorry, Your Honor. Do you have another explanation for this? We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight?
Take that!
Here's my proof. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received the camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operations. I'm aware of that too. Ah! Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Pheonix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was nowhere he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody, there's only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight. And that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So, you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Pheonix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Mia means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hawkins testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. Kinda strange, yes. I'm not sure. But I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. You know what's strange? I mean, Sounds like, yep, that's all that happened.
Hold it!
When the lens opened, what did you see? Well, a person on the ground and the steel samurai. That's all that happened. Yep.
Hold it!
That's all? Yeah, I told you. I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's got to be something here I can use. Cody? Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye? How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow. This feels great. Hello, Neko. Welcome back to the stream. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody?
Hold it!
You erased them? Yeah! Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious? Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that? He's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. Well, we do have one. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Pheonix. Find out what this kid's all about. Exactly, we do have evidence.
Objection!
Cody! What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Ah! Mr. Wright? What exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. Hello, Astro. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? The Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary. I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No. Wait. No way. Wait. He saw the villain defeat the Steel Samurai, didn't he? That's why he didn't take a picture of it. The Steel Samurai did not defeat his adversary. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually? Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Pheonix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No! No way! No! It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever. Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet, according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer. He was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order! So the Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury. But wait! Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbeg said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1. Nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then, he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah! A photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick! No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now! Here, this is it. Well, looking at this, it's a little hard to say. Isn't that Studio 2 and not Studio 1? I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Pheonix. How come nobody realizes it, and only Mia does? Guys, we have a judge, we have a prosecution, we have 2 lawyers, but only one realizes. Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. What? Is the stream dead? My stream's dead? Wait, is it actually dead? No, it works for me. That's it, Pheonix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Pheonix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Why is it so hard to read? It's so difficult to read words. I don't know, the big 2? The big 2? The big 2?
Take that!
I think it's here. Oh. What? What do you mean? It's a big fat old 2. How is that not the inconsistency?
Take that!
Your Honor, look at this. What the heck? They're both the 2. What's the difference between that 2 and the other 2? Oh, is that an S and not a 2? Oh, wait, that's an S. That's an S. Never mind, that's an S. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor. Correct? I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. Oh my gosh, Your Honor. Why don't you understand? I'll use the studio guide map. Alright, while he explains it, I'm gonna grab a bite of my food. Okay, it happened at Studio 2, folks. Forever.
Take that!
Sorry, I wasn't finished swallowing. I finished chewing, but I didn't swallow yet. Oh no, I knocked into my mic. Which chat do I read faster, YouTube or Twitch? I don't know. I think it's Twitch, but sometimes it's YouTube, or sometimes they just both have a huge delay. I think it's usually Twitch, though. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Twitch has a 9 seconds at most, and YouTube has like 18. Okay, that is a huge delay on YouTube's end. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet, in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with the access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. Oh, so that's what the studio's trying to cover up. Huh. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and D. Visquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Order! Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard Miss Oldbag saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2.
Objection!
This is madness. Jack Hammer's the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. I mean, is this enough proof? I have proof. Do I really? You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume.
Take that!
This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads, sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Bro! An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. That is a lot of homework. You want me to do that in one evening? So, hello, Hayden. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I seriously thought about going home about 3 times during that trial. Wait, sorry. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Ha! Maybe I should take up a career in acting. was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right! Thanks! Alright, let's get to it. Sorry, I'm chewing, guys. Now, all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? Hello, Hayashi. How long is this game? You've been considering playing it recently, if it's easy to get to, that is. This game, I think, has 5 episodes. If you don't read out loud like I do, I think you can finish an episode in maybe like an hour. Some episodes are longer than others. This one's, episode 3 is definitely longer than episode 2 and episode 1. But episode 1 and 2, you can definitely finish within like an hour or something like that. Unless you get stuck or confused. I think we're winning so far, though. So far. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Okay, no time to waste. Get me out of here. But. There's multiple games. So this is a whole series. There's, you follow Pheonix Wright for the first 3 games. And then you can follow Apollo Justice. And then you go back to Pheonix, Apollo, and another girl, Athena. And then there's like other side stories like Miles Edgeworth Investigations or The Great Ace Attorney and Ace Attorney Professor Layton. I think that's about it. I think those are all the games in this like whole there is an anime too, yes. I think that's it in this whole universe or whatever we would call this. I don't know. This whole series, basically. This whole series. I think it's like 3. Oh no, there's Pheonix Wright's Spirit of Justice as well. That's back to him again. But anyways, it's really No, this game is definitely not 70 hours. Definitely not 70 hours. Definitely not. I mean, if you play the whole series, probably 70 hours. Maybe 70 if you play the whole series. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think her guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Whew, she's alive. I was wondering about Visquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her. So sorry. Okay. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal? He's a soft. A pushover. Does whatever Visquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? Maya doesn't know about kinks. No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief? I won't forget this. Hello, KK. I'll tell you something funny. You'll see Old Bag again in future games. Uh-oh. She's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Okay, old Bag. You think what you wanna think. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the steel samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him. Like the director? Or the producer? I don't know. Oh, it's her! It's her! The one everybody is protecting and covering for. Hey, Nick! It's Miss Visquez! Hello? Man, this studio is evil. Why are they covering for her? Why don't they want people to talk? What's going on? What's the conspiracy behind all this? Helloo! Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Excuse me? Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really taking me off. Oh dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My fair blood speaks to me. I know it. Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manella. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh dear. Okay. Not useful at all. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny. It still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Anything new? Blah, 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 blah. Stuff. Nothing. Nothing. Old movie posters. Jackhammer. Jackhammer. Wow! It's been years since I saw that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. A typical summer romance with a samurai on a horse. An old movie poster, Jackhammer. Oh my gosh! That movie was the best! It's about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know. Singing samurai stars. What's next? Ninja ballet? Whoops, no clues. The glass is frosted. No clues. We skedaddle. The plate has no bones. This is where Salmonella and Visquez ate. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steak too. Something wrong? I don't know. I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know. Can't say that I do. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. Van. We don't have a license, but we have a lawyer's badge. All right. Hello? Okay, it's empty. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there are any other clues lying around. Yeah! No, touching! Whoops. Okay. I'm sorry about that. Didn't mean to frighten you. Did it mean? I almost had a heart attack. I guess I can be a little dramatic. Wow, it's not dramatic. It's dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatic indeed. Dramatic. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. The plate! So you're looking for the traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to those sleeping pills. See? If there are traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat! Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. Why? Does Edgeworth still think it's Powers? How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa! Talk about burns, pal. Wow! The fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups. Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. Whoops. They found the victim's jackhammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yup. Sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. We were right. Is that it? Empty dressing rooms like this are kinda lonely, aren't they? I'm sure Mr. Powers will be back soon. He'll be fine. Yeah. You're right. We should talk to Will. What? Why are you playing 4 YouTube? What? 4 YouTube tabs of the stream. That's a lot. That's a lot. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed them in here. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yeah. Though there's not really anything I can do to help. Ha! I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Miss Visquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. What are the rumors? Tell me the rumors. Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Visquez's eye. Whoops. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Wait, she brought the idea of Steel Samurai? Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call though. Whenever she says jump, he asks, how high? And all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Megalvania? Yes, incident 5 years ago. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh. Yeah, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. Something to do with Visquez? Visquez. I still don't get the name pun. The Visquez. Diva. Never getting understand. I don't understand. What's the pun in her name? I can't figure it out. Visquez. What? What's the ending for? Diva. Yeah, diva, but what's the ending? Visquez? Visquez. Like diva as in diva, but what? You can't pick out words anymore. What? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. 5 years ago, the incident! Everything lines up. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Visquez came to Global. Visquez. Like, I know it's diva, like D-I-V-A, like that's the pun. D-E-E-V-A, like is diva. But what's the ending for? Like, where does that fit in? Like, what else is there? What else is there to the name that I'm not picking up? We have Salmonella. What's Visquez? Excuse me. Thank you for showing me that. Oh, never mind. You can't help me. I don't know. Regarding the murder weapon. Yes? Is it heavy, that spear? It's pretty hefty, yeah. I don't think an average person would be able to swing it around effectively. And that's the spear that broke or something during the morning run-through? Disregard the skez. Her name is just a play on the word diva. Oh, okay. I totally thought the skez had something, was like adding something. But I guess not. With duct tape, we heard. Yes, with duct tape. I don't know what else I can ask you about. Is that really Jack Hammer inside that suit? He's the only one who it could have been. But why would he? Yeah, why? You're the medium. Why don't you summon up Mr. Hammer's spirit and ask him yourself? Give me about 3 more years. Look at us, the 2 novices. Noobs. We're all noobs. Noobs. Well, that's not helpful. Well, I guess that's all I really have to ask you, sir. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Okay, we'll talk to Wendy after talking to Maya. I just want to go through all the options, the cutscenes, the, you know. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Oh my gosh, your 4 tabs have desynced? What a disaster. Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. What? Maya! You don't know anything! I can't see what's going on when Mia's here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP. WP. Powers. Right. Well, we just did that. Hello, Wendy. I got some questions for you, Wendy. I don't know. I'll just show you everything. That's not it. This. Miss Oldbag? What? Get that filth out of my sight. And you're claiming that's poor old Hammer's in there? And I thought you were such an innocent youth. Bah! Oh, okay. Miss Oldbag? Nothing. Nothing, Oldbag. Nothing. Miss Oldbag, what do you think of this? Nothing. Nothing. Oh, you meant Penny, not Wendy Oldbag. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP is innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all that you've done. But this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. Hello, Seriatu. Welcome back to the stream. What? No. Yes. Yes, it is the last episode. But worry not. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah. Miss Visquez, that producer, has some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Aw, rough day at work. It's okay. Your day's over. Good job. Good work. Now, just chill. Oh, you're doing your second job? Never mind. Loser. No, I'm just joking. I was gonna say sucker. I was gonna say that, but that would have just been messed up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't mean it. I'm sorry. I know what dirt means. Okay, go eat Jello. Not my brethren, okay? Jello look like slime, but Jello is not slime. Is Jello sentient? No. No, it's not. Jello is not sentient. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used a Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? What do you mean, The Last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer, also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No! No! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make the kids' show anymore. They're not going to make the kids' show anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Present to her the book. Wow! Wow! It must have taken him forever to collect all these. Kids love the Steel Samurai. They do, don't they? Why aren't they going to make the kids' show anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? That sounds horrible, Hayden. That sounds so chaotic. I mean, if that's what you like, that's what you like. That sounds so chaotic. 6 tabs, all desynced. What? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this.
Take that!
And this is... A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Hayden's crazy, everybody. Hayden's crazy, confirmed. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died. And it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Visquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Visquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know? Thanks, we'll try asking her. Wednesday Oldbag! Tell us the truth. We demand to know. The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darnest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Oh my gosh. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols? Nichols? Nichols. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? Ah. Okay, how about his food? Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping powder on the plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in! Miss Oldbag? You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Visquez. She has ties to the mafia. Ooh, mafia? She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. Beginning of her dictatorship? After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Whoa. Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Oh, so this is how Hammer died. He died the same way as the guy in the past, huh? Stabbed in the chest at Studio 2. Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor, and the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. Well, thank you, ma'am. I don't know what else I can say here, but, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, lady. So, about 5 years ago, you know? About 5 years ago. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well? Enjoy your girlfriends, Hayden. Enjoy. She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. You're right. Everybody should go to the gulag. Hold on, I'm gonna grab a bite of my noodles. Okay, Hayden. Best way to contact me is probably through Discord. You hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it I don't, am I messing up my reading? Yes, I am. Whatever. You know, we'll continue. Ahem. Your conversation interests me. Hello, you. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Oh, hey, look. It's crooked. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. It's crooked. Wow. Just like that. It looks exactly the same. It's crooked from the incident. Nothing's changed over the 5 years. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Visquez, you're using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But, you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident. Accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way! You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? This is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Huh. Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard. Believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands. She did. Gave him a free... My goodness. She wrenched it out of his hands. She did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys! Oh my gosh, the mafia's on us. I cannot believe you're doing this to me. I cannot believe. You better not. You better not take this photo away from me. You better not. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Yo! Somebody's gotta come in and save me! Somebody save me! Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should Visquez, I'm never gonna get over this name. Anyways, care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Hold it right there. Yes, Gumshoe. Yes. Our savior. I heard everything, pal. Visquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Ah, yeah. Was saved. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you! I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other soon. I fumbled my reading. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? Visquez. Alright, let's finish this trial. She obviously did it. You missed the investigation. And the rest of the trial. And one trial portion, one investigation portion, and we're back to the trial. This should be the ending. This should be the last part of episode 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Also, welcome back, Green. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement? In yesterday's session, reading is hard. Yes. I'm messing up reading too much now. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From the testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Edgy edge. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss Visquez to the stand. Miss Visquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Alright, lady, you're going down. You try to kill me, I'm taking you down. Will the witness state her name and occupation? Visquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate... Wow, that is a big word. Pontificate. Do it when I'm not here. Pontificate. Pontificate? Why do they use so many big words in this game? So many big words. Whoever uses that? Seriously. Who uses pontificate? Who uses that word these days anyways? For real. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Alright, day of the murder. I entered the trailer a little bit before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. So that's how you transported the body. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination? This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Ay. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop at the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear.
Hold it!
Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that.
Objection!
The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop begging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued. Oh, wait.
Hold it!
And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? All you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth.
Hold it!
Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? I do remember that Maya said she found the empty plates odd. It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, alright.
Hold it!
And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. He just did it too! Whoops. It was a 15-minute break.
Hold it!
Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else? One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proved she didn't eat that steak, well, Nick, find anything? Yup. Boom, 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 boom. You still think it's this one? Even though it's not her plate?
Objection!
As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak, but I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Visquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet, there were no bones left on the plate. The plates were bare. Miss Visquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Visquez doing during her break? Oh wait, I chose the wrong one. Oh no, I didn't mean to. Oh my gosh. Mr. Wright, blah blah blah. I'm sorry, I chose it right. I accidentally hit the Joy-Con, dude. I hit the stick. I hit the joystick downwards by accident. Order! Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Visquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hand. Mr. Wright? Isn't that a little presumptuous?
Objection!
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Visquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. This thing? The fence? The fence? Oh, no blood. get my proof. The so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. Duct tape. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Cause it's broken. So it was fixed with duct tape. That's a bad fix job. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're trying to say? Or what you're saying? I'm adding words into the dialogue that doesn't even exist? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon Mr. Blah, 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 blah. Can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Hammer? Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well. Let's see this murder weapon then. This thing! It's the fence! The fence!
Take that!
Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a closed kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See that fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying... Yes. What happened 5 years ago happened again! Has happened again. Dang. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Visquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Why isn't it had done himself 5 years ago? Had himself done. You know what? It doesn't matter. I don't know my grammar. What is even English? What is reading? Peh! Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet, the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1? and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? Thank you for the follow on Twitch. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there is no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. Yes, there was. There was a van. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Boop, 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 boop. Bam! Miss Visquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you have used the studio van to do it. Oh my goodness! Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van in there, right? Blah, 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 blah. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. He used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume.
Objection!
Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Salmonella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Yes. Like, he listens, but I don't know if that means he's a conspirator. He listens to her, but like... He listens to her, but does that mean... I mean, I guess because he covers for her. I guess so, you're right. Of course, Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Visquez could have done that alone. I mean, don't forget, she also has her mafia boys. Also, don't forget, they had to dispose of the steel samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Visquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? So, what happens next? Don't me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Well, wait, so you mean... Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer! Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did it? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle? You proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right? But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? What? Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly. It does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? Visquez is the attorney here? I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? No one to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before, the truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn! Damn! To come so far only to fail? As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Visquez.
Objection!
Yes, Edgeworth! Object! Yes! Yes, Edgeworth! I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. Okay, Edgeworth. Still, you objected. Cool.
Objection!
Your Honor. Again! Objection! Oh, yes! Just like me! Yes, Edgeworth! Yes! You're saying the same thing as Pheonix did. Cool! You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth? I too see little point in making Miss Visquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, indeed. Verily, I say. Ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick! Why did Edgeworth... Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But... Wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that... Edgeworth. You know what? The more Edgeworth battles me in court, the more he's like, damn, maybe Pheonix is right. And the more he's like, you know what? We don't need a guilty verdict. We just need to figure out who's the real murderer. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. But the assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. Yes, maybe Pheonix is right. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. Okay. I'm gonna grab a bite of my food. Because I've been like taking so slow to eat my food is so cold now.
Hold it!
Thank you for the follow, Green. Okay, see you soon, Sybil. Or should I just call you your name on Twitch? Sterlitty. But boy, the witness will continue her testimony.
Hold it!
Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says, did no one go to call him? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us. Yet you expect me to be calm? You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Sigh. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Visquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Visquez. You may continue.
Hold it!
What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent. Completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Silence. Hey Nick? Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up.
Hold it!
Oldbag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going towards the studio. Right, the Steel Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use.
Hold it!
You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting. There is no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you. Or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning.
Hold it!
The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Very well, Miss Visquez. Please continue.
Objection!
Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Visquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1. Oh! Edgeworth! You're doing our job for us! Mr. Edgeworth! What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Visquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me! So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well. The witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured. How'd you know? How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. But how did Sal know? Sal the director? We have to find something to peg this on her here, or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. But Sal wouldn't have known. But Sal wouldn't have known. But Sal wasn't there. Oh.
Objection!
You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Visquez? Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah! And when was he doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Visquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order! Order! I will have order! Witness, can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Visquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything? Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Prove? I don't know if I can prove it, but I know she has a motive. Let's just say I can prove it. We're gonna lie here. Okay? I have proof, and I'll show it to you. What the fudge? What the heck? I don't actually have proof. All I have is this. All I have is that photo.
Take that!
All I have is the photo. Is that enough proof? This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Visquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With the Visquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, Visquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We're talking about motives here. Yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Visquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Visquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Visquez's motive for murder. Okay, it's either she had no motive and she killed him because Hammer was the one that attacked first. Because Hammer was the one that attacked first because the little kid said something about... It wasn't the evil guy that attacked first. I think it was the Steel Samurai that attacked first. Remember what the little kid said? Cody Hackins? She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. That's why Hammer was pretending to be Powers so that he would have an alibi once he killed her. All Miss Visquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Visquez. What? What? Your Honor. Hello, Bear. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking it was Hammer's. I mean, it was Powers. Oh my gosh, I'm not reading right. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Visquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Visquez. What? What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Or Manuel? I don't know. Manuel? Miss Visquez, please try to remain calm. No! How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Visquez! No! Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. Sounds like Manuel, not Manuel. Manuel? I think Manuel was her lover. I lose. Again. Mr. Edgeworth? Where's Visquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural. Not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Woohoo! Confetti! That is all. This court is adjourned. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Visquez. But to think that he tried to frame me for the murder? It makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because...
Take that!
It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once. But he was reduced to acting in a kids show. And as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai. And so, he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. Congratulations, WP. Oh, thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick! Edgeworth! Welcome back, Dudester. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Visquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Pheonix, right? Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me, what's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so the curtains closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was quite the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. It went back to making kids shows again. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today. You're going to watch with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, fine. I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. For the real Will Powers. Dude, I feel like my pronunciation has been so off. Reading it is so hard. Oh my gosh. Oh shoot, is this the last episode? I swear there was 5 episodes. I guess it's only 4 episodes. Alrighty. That's it. Huh, was the first game only 4 episodes? I totally thought it was 5 episodes. Weird. Yes, figured out everything myself. To be fair, though, I've already played through all the games. That would take me 3 hours to go through. Oh my goodness. I really didn't think that would take me 3 hours. I thought that was gonna be like an hour. And then I could chill for the rest. But no, that was 3 hours, guys. See ya, bear. Alright. Well, that's the end of today's stream. Let's see. Where's my background music? There we go. Put on some background music. I keep banging into my mic, which makes me feel sad. I'm hurting the mic, and this mic was expensive. But I keep banging it. Yeah, this was long. I didn't expect it to be this long. I just wanted to finish episode 3. But turns out that took 3 hours to finish. Honestly, if we didn't read out loud, we definitely would have finished earlier. But would the game be too boring if I don't read it out loud? You know what I'm saying? Too boring? That would have been horrible if I did it yesterday. Horrible. I'm so glad I decided to put it off for today. Horrible, horrible, horrible. I was like, what? Anyways, that's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow. We're not gonna play Pheonix right tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. Oh yeah, Thursday. You know what? We'll go with the flow. We'll just see what we'll do tomorrow. I don't know what we'll do. We'll do whatever. You know? I'll figure it out. Go with the flow. Yeah, we'll figure it out tomorrow. That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for likes. Thanks for subs. Thanks for follows. Thanks for comments. Thanks for shares. And thanks for just popping in and just appearing and being here. I really appreciate it, guys. I'm not going to play Rocket League for real. Not going to play Rocket League. Maybe like, I'm not going to say the possibility is 0, but I just don't want to download it and start another game. I'll be honest. Yes, server. Thank you for reminding me. A server, right? I have a Discord server. That thing. Oh, you meant to say see ya. But anyways, server. I have a Discord server. ! Discord. For the link, guys, you can do it in chat. You can check the description. You can check the Twitch panels. We have a Discord server. Go join, go hang out, go play games with people, sometimes play games with me. I don't know, you know, just, it's a Discord server. You do what you do in a Discord server. But anyways, yeah, Rocket League, I don't know when I'll ever play that game. The possibility is not 0, it's just unlikely. It's like, it's just, I played a similar game mode to Rocket League, and you know, it's just an okay game. Just don't want to download it. You know? It gives me the same vibes as rhythm games. It's not like a rhythm game, but I just don't like playing rhythm games, and the Rocket League kind of like, I just don't really enjoy it that much either. I mean, we might play it, because to be honest, I don't enjoy Wild Rift or League of Legends that much either, but we still play it. So maybe we will play Rocket League. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Alright. I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. I would play TFT, but I can't stream it. When I stream games, I can't focus on the game. And also, the learning curve for the new set is too high. The learning curve is too high. I'd have to learn the new set, which I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Okay, Rocket League is not a rhythm game. I'm just saying, for me, it's in that category of games that I don't really like to play that much. I mean, I'll play them, but I don't love them. Or like, the enjoy factor isn't big for me. The enjoyment factor. Like, there are games that I also enjoy, but they're not good to stream, which really sucks, because the games that I like to play, they're just really bad for streaming. But then the games that I don't really like to play, they're kind of good for streaming. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, dang it! Why? Why is it like this? Why can't you just be good to stream and I enjoy you? I think it's because the games that I like to play, usually it's kind of like, I just have to shut up. It's boring to watch because I just shut up and I just play it. Which is so boring for you guys. I can't do that. And they do it, but like, I ain't pro, man. I'm not pro. I can't divide my attention between the chat and the game. 100%, you know that if I talk to chat, I'm messing up my gameplay. 100% messing up my gameplay. We tried, I've streamed TFT before, and honestly, it just doesn't work out. in my brain, like things don't work out. Like I cannot focus on the game. Okay, anyways, I've been blabbering too long. I mean, I could try to stream TFT again, but the gameplay won't be there. There's like no gameplay. That's it. Anyways, yeah, no more blabbering. I need to end. I blabber too much. Blah, blah, blah. That's it, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Have beautiful dreams. I hope things are pretty for you guys, beautiful for you guys, fun for you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. And then you guys wake up feeling happy and refreshed. Alright, that's it. See ya. I'm sorry that the audio's cutting out.